not him. It's not him. It's not him. It's not him. Yeah. Asahi, yo, I watched this scene like 5 times and it never gets old. Oh my gosh. Yes, it never gets old. So hey everyone, it's Julia. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna be talking about Haikyuu and the fact that I just started watching it and it is so wholesome. Oh my gosh, so let's get into it. So this is just gonna be a short video to let y'all know that I started watching Haikyuu and I'm on the 15th episode of the first season, so I'm still kind of new to the show, and I'm just gonna give you a little bit of my anime background to let you know. I just watched like my full first anime late last year, and that was Hunter x Hunter, and that was a great show. The York New arc was the best arc, just letting y'all know.
Are you sure about that?
Best arc. But I watched anime as a kid actually, but I never watched it from start to finish. So I watched Zatch Bell. I love Zatch Bell. I watched Dragon Ball Z. I watched One Piece. This was when I was a little older. I watched the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney anime because I played the games. I don't think I ever finished the show. So I've never watched an anime from start to finish besides Hunter x Hunter. So this is my second one. And I was a little hesitant to watch Haikyuu because I just didn't know if I was gonna like sports anime.
What are you doing? We don't do that here.
Like, I didn't know if I was gonna like that because I'm not into sports. I'm not a sports girl, so I wasn't sure if I was really going to like it, but I love it. I'm so happy I decided to watch it. I looked it up on Reddit and a lot of Redditors were saying that it's a great show, so yeah. Next, let's talk about the characters. Okay, so by the third episode, I was hooked. By the third episode, I was hooked. So I'm watching the dub instead of the sub. I'm just more into dubbed animes. I like sub because I like to hear the actual language of the characters, like in Japanese. But sorry, I got a text. So I like listening to animes in Japanese, but I don't like reading it, I guess, reading it across the screen, so I just prefer the dub. And I think the vocal delivery in Haikyuu is really funny and really fitting to the characters, so watching the dub. So Hinata is so hilarious. Like, Hinata is so naive and he's so driven. Like, his resolve is crazy. I love how he watched The Tiny Giant on TV and was like, I want to be just like that. And how he was in middle school, didn't really have a team. And then you have Kageyama, who's like super, like, you know, was super cocky. And that kind of goes into why I really like how all the characters, they focus on each character individually. So every character like on the team has their own like character development, their own, like, they're molding them, shaping them. They have their mental struggles, they have their strengths, and we get to see them overcome obstacles and like really confront their issues. I really enjoyed that, seeing that with Hinata so far, and Kageyama, and then Asahi. I really like how all these characters are kind of having to let their ego aside in order to benefit the greater good of the team. So for example, Hinata is a character that really wanted to be the ace. He really wants to be the ace of the team, but he had to learn that the decoy is just as valuable as the ace, and that his position is valuable. And Kageyama had to learn that he's not this like super amazing guy. Like, he is amazing, but he has to learn how to work with the team. He has to learn to work with people and not against people. He had to really learn how to humble himself and see, like, I need them just like they need me, you know? And so I really like that for Kageyama. We also see that with Asahi. You know, he was very hesitant to join the team because he felt that he let them down because he couldn't get any spikes in when all these blockers were blocking him, and so he was really feeling down about it, and he felt like it was his responsibility for the loss, but he had to learn that it's on everybody's shoulders, not just his. Everyone has room to improve, it's not just him. And so I really enjoyed that, and we also see stuff with Nishinoya, other characters on the team, and so I really like how they're really building each character. That's something you don't see a lot in other shows, where they really build a lot of characters. And so I think that's really cool. I also love how they humanize the opposing teams. I love how the opposing teams are not just villains, you know what I'm saying? Like, the opposing teams are not just these crazy villains who are just, terrible. Like, they're building the opposing teams. Like, when I watched the first match against Nekama, I saw how, like, they had their own things, and I love how everyone on Karasuno had, like, found their match on Nekoma. I thought that was so cool, and I thought that was like a really cute touch that like they all kind of had their matches, you know, so it kind of shows that, you know what, we really are more alike than we are different at times, you know what I'm saying? And so we're just a big circle of life, I guess. So I really like that, and it shows that these are just kids trying to get good at volleyball and win. That's the premise, and so I really enjoyed that as well. So next we're going to talk about the build-up, and the build-up in this show is great. Like, I love how the build-up, it really makes you hyped for the next match that they have. They show them training, going through their issues, trying to become friends, and I really love how they have like really good build-up. It's not too rushed, it's not too slow, like it's perfect, at least so far in the series, and I assume it's going to get even better. I just really enjoy that, and I love how it's just so organic too. Like, I just think it's really cool. This show has also just shown me how intricate volleyball is. Like, I never thought that volleyball was this intricate, this like, you know, like there's literal strategy. Like before, I just thought that volleyball was just who can get the ball first, but nah, there's real strategy. These positions are very intricate and very meticulous, and I found that really cool. And so I'm learning about volleyball right now. That's the other thing too, is that this show teaches you volleyball, but it doesn't like dumb it to you. Like, it doesn't just feed it to you like you're a kid. It's really streamlined into the show. And so, for example, Hinata will say something dumb and then Kageyama corrects him, but it's not like in your face about like trying to teach you. So I really like that too. I also really like how it shows that all these characters, while they're good, they have a long way to go. Like, for example, when they versed Nekoma and they lost like all their matches apart from like, I think it was like 8 or something, I think. It just goes to show that they still have work to do. They're not going to be OP and win out the gate. Like, they have work to do. They're trying to build, and they're doing it gradually. And so I really appreciate that as well. And lastly, this show is so wholesome. Like, I love it. Like, I just love how this show does not have to be too grimy or gory or like vulgar in order to be a good show. Like, there's still development, and it's still hilarious without all of that, and the imagery as well. I just think it's a really cool anime, and it's really sweet, and I'm always saying aw like every episode, and it's just really cute. Like, it's a really good anime, and so I honestly think that if it's your first anime, you'll really like it. Like, honestly, I kind of wish that this was the first one I watched. I mean, I loved Hunter x Hunter, but I think this is a show that's a really good introduction to the anime world. So, love this show. I'm definitely going to update y'all as I continue to watch it. I'm really enjoying it so far. Please, no spoilers. Please don't do it. Don't do it. I was spoiled with Hunter x Hunter a few times, so please don't do it. I'm really enjoying this show, and I can't wait to watch the rest, and I can't wait to see them go to a real match. Like, I can't wait to see them go to an actual match and not just a practice match. So yeah, thank you all for watching this video. If you'd like to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe and like, and I will see you next time. Peace.